In the world of music, there are melodies that move us, beats that invigorate us, and lyrics that speak to us. But what if there's more to music than what meets the ear? Welcome, fellow music enthusiasts, to a journey that promises to be as intriguing as it is rhythmic. But before we dive in, let's set the record straight. The following video discusses various conspiracy theories surrounding the music industry. These theories are purely speculative and not intended to cause harm or discredit anyone. They are shared for entertainment and thought-provoking purposes only. So sit back, put on your headphones, and prepare to have your mind blown as we delve into the mysterious origins of house music. Ever wondered if there's more to the origins of house music than meets the ear? Let's dive into the pulsating world of beats and bass lines that has captivated millions worldwide. The official story of house music takes us back to the early 80s, to the underground clubs of Chicago. As the disco era was starting to fade, a new sound was emerging from these clubs, a sound that would go on to shape the future of electronic music. This sound, characterized by repetitive rhythms, synthesized bass lines, and soulful vocals, was soon christened house music, a nod to the warehouse, a popular club where this genre first gained traction. But what if I told you there might be more to this story than just a spontaneous revolution of sounds? Enter the conspiracy theory. Some believe that house music wasn't an organic evolution of disco, but a calculated creation of the government, aimed at controlling the masses. Yes, you heard it right. The theory suggests that the hypnotic beats and entrancing rhythms were specifically designed to induce a trance-like state, making people more susceptible to subliminal messages and social programming. This theory, as wild as it might sound, does have some ground. Think about it. House music exploded almost overnight. It rapidly transcended the boundaries of the club scene and seeped into mainstream culture. Was it merely the result of creative innovation, or was there a hidden hand pulling the strings, steering the masses towards a certain direction? But why would the government do this, you might ask? Well, the proponents of this theory argue that it's all about control. By shaping the popular culture, the government could subtly influence the behavior and mindset of the people, steering society in a desired direction. Could our beloved house music have sinister origins? Stick around as we delve deeper. Let's embark on this journey together, through the hypnotic world of house music where the beats are loud and the truth might be stranger than fiction. Is it possible that the beats we dance to carry secret messages? Imagine for a moment you're at a festival, lost in the rhythm of electronic dance music, or EDM as we fondly call it. The bass is pulsating, the lights are flashing, and you're moving to a rhythm that seems to communicate directly with your soul. But could there be more to this music than just beats and melodies? Could there be hidden messages woven into the complex layers of sound that EDM is known for? Over the years, many fans have claimed to have decoded secret messages in the beats. They argue that the pulsating rhythms and layered synths are not random, but carefully designed to convey subliminal messages. These alleged messages range from simple phrases to complex ideas, all expertly masked within the music's intricate structure. Take, for example, the popular theory about one well-known track. Fans argue that when played backward, the main melody reveals a secret phrase. They claim the artist purposefully embedded this hidden message to communicate directly with their fans. Of course, this is just a theory, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Then there's the debate about the use of binaural beats in EDM. These are auditory illusions that occur when you hear two tones at slightly different frequencies. Some theorists argue that these beats are used to induce specific mental states, from relaxation to alertness or even euphoria. Could our favorite artists be influencing our moods and thoughts without us even knowing? Of course, it's also possible that these claims are just the product of overactive imaginations. Perhaps fans are just seeing patterns where there are none, driven by their passion for the music and the artist. After all, music is a form of expression, and it's natural to seek deeper meanings in the things we love. So are we just dancing, or are we being subconsciously influenced? The plot thickens. Have you ever questioned how big record labels seem to always be on top? It's an intriguing puzzle, isn't it? How these juggernauts of the music industry consistently churn out chart-topping hits, seemingly without fail. The answer, according to some, might be less about talent and more about the levers of power. There's a popular theory that big record labels have a stranglehold on the industry. They're accused of manipulating charts, controlling radio plays, and squashing the little guys to maintain their dominance. On the surface, it seems like a wild conspiracy. But let's look a little deeper. Over the years, numerous smaller artists and independent labels have cried foul. They've pointed to cases where their music, despite receiving rave reviews and strong audience responses, mysteriously fails to climb the charts. Instead, songs from major labels, sometimes even with lukewarm public reception, skyrocket to the top. This isn't just about the charts, it's about the airwaves too. Many believe that big labels have an outsized influence on radio stations. They allegedly leverage their extensive networks and hefty budgets to ensure their artists get preferential airtime. This in turn helps their music gain more exposure, further cementing their place at the top. But why would big record labels resort to such tactics? Well, it's simple: dominance. In an industry where visibility equals success, staying on top means staying in the spotlight, and with the spotlight comes power, influence, and a lot of money. Of course, these theories are just that. Theories. They're not universally accepted truths, but they do shine a light on the underbelly of the music industry, prompting us to question the fairness of it all. So we're left wondering, is the music industry really a meritocracy? Or is it a game where the deck is stacked in favor of those who hold the most cards? Is the music industry a level playing field, or are there puppet masters behind the scenes? What happens to artists who suddenly disappear from the limelight? This question, often asked but seldom answered, leads us into the shadowy realm of one of the music industry's most intriguing conspiracy theories. The theory suggests that artists who refuse to bow to the industry's demands are systematically silenced, or their careers sabotaged. It sounds like a plot straight out of a Hollywood thriller. Yet the stories of promising artists vanishing from the industry lend it a chilling credibility. Take for instance the story of a promising house music artist who, at the peak of his career, simply vanished. He was a rising star, his beats reverberating through nightclubs across the globe, his name on the lips of every music enthusiast. Yet as quickly as he had risen, he disappeared, leaving a void and a trail of unanswered questions. Or consider the tale of a young EDM artist whose innovative sound was disrupting the music scene. She was hailed as the future of electronic music, but as she began to push against the constraints of the industry, her career inexplicably stalled. Her music stopped playing, her name faded, and she receded into obscurity. These stories, while disparate, share a common thread: a sudden and inexplicable disappearance at the height of their careers. They were artists who dared to challenge the status quo, to break from the mold, to innovate and disrupt. But instead of being celebrated for their creativity, they were silenced, their voices drowned out in the cacophony of the industry. Is it coincidence, or is there a darker truth lurking behind the scenes? Could it be that these artists were too rebellious, too disruptive for the industry to handle? Did they pay the price for their audacity with their careers? These questions, like the artists themselves, remain shrouded in mystery. They serve as a stark reminder of the potential dark side to fame and success in the music industry. Could there be a dark side to fame and success in the music industry? We may never know for sure, but the unanswered questions keep the conspiracy alive. As we wrap up, remember, the power to question is in your hands. We've journeyed together through an exploration of the music industry, uncovering its mysteries and hidden truths. We delved into the enigmatic origins of house music, a genre born from the underground, its roots shrouded in a haze of vibrant beats and late-night dance parties. We listened closely to the hidden messages in EDM, decoding the subtle and sometimes not-so-subtle signals embedded within the pulsating rhythms and hypnotic melodies. We scrutinized the rise and dominance of big record labels, their influence in shaping the music industry, and their often controversial role in determining which artists rise to fame and which are left in the shadows. And we shed light on the puzzling disappearances of promising artists, their careers abruptly cut short, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and speculation. Each of these narratives, from the birth of house music to the dominance of major labels, points to a truth that is often overlooked. The music we love is not just a product of artistic expression, but also a reflection of the power dynamics within the industry. It's a world where creativity and commercial interests often clash, where the line between fact and fiction can sometimes blur. But let's be clear, the purpose of this video is not to spread fear or to cast a dark shadow over your favorite tunes. Instead, it's to encourage you to question, to listen with a discerning ear, and to engage with the music you love in a more thoughtful and critical way. Remember, the stories we've shared today are only part of a larger conversation. The music industry, like any other, is complex and continually evolving, so keep digging, keep questioning, keep listening. Keep the conversation going, like subscribe and follow the age of electronic on social media. And remember, in the world of music, nothing is as it seems.